Good evening from Southeast Asia. This will be episode or volume number 242 of the Alien Anal Probe.com. I'm always struggling to think of something new to call them. I ain't got nothing. Podcasts, whatever. I had a list of synonyms. I lost them. Deleted. Okay, who cares? All tapes are copyright 2023 by Stock Photos Worldwide.com. Now, there's a bunch of other websites that have them. There's, I think, most, if not all, of the RSS feeders have them. Just search for Alien Anal Probe Podcast. No lines, no dashes. Alien Anal Probe Podcast. Okay, everybody knows. I am sure, because I've said it 50 billion times. We have a giant collection of tall tales, mostly tall tales, purporting alien encounters and probings, things like that. We started with about 9,400 cases, quote unquote, reports, claims, like theyclaim.com. And now we're down to 8,000. Okay. We go through them one by one, line by line. We look for the bullshit. We usually find it. For some reason, we're finding it more and more and more. I think just as I get older and wiser, I'm better at spotting the bullshit. Sheep shit, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's shit. And when we find that, we delete them. Pretty much if we find even a hint of it, we delete it. And if we don't find it, if we cannot find it, no matter what we do, then we try to ascribe a little bit of credibility to that case. And the way we do that is we take a pinch of sand, maybe a little pinch or a big pinch, and we drop it into a huge bucket. There's a picture of the bucket at alienanalprobe.com. It's got a cat in it pooping. Okay, that's the bucket. Right now, as of 2:42, that bucket is 90% full. If it's ever full, plus to overflowing, plus a little bit of a pile on the floor, not cat shit, sand, then we gotta say, we believe in aliens. And I've said this before, and I kind of hate to say it because this sort of spoils stuff, but this is really kind of it's not a silly exercise because it's fun. It's fun to know what might be happening in the world, but it's a kind of a pointless exercise, this whole thing, because starting 2017, the U.S. government military came out and they said, okay, we've been bad-mouthing you UFO people for 50 years, and no, we ain't sorry, it was fun. But, by the way, just thought you wanted to know. Those things flying around, we got them on video. All our fighter jets see them pretty regularly, and here's some video of them. And guess what? They ain't ours, and they ain't Russian, and they ain't Chinese, and they ain't from this earth. And, on top of that, they're intelligently controlled. That means someone or something is driving them, and we don't think it's a robot. So there you go, people. And they made that announcement publicly on the news everywhere. They just made it everywhere, just blanketed the news with it, starting in 2017. And I think they sat back and just waited for the mayhem and the chaos and the, anarchy and people screaming in the streets and, dogs and cats living together. I don't know. And so what happened? What do you remember of 2017? Do you remember? Think back, try to remember what happened when the U.S. government came out and said that you can't think of anything because nothing happened. And I'm pretty sure the government thought, oh my God, wait a minute. Huh? What's going on? We just said aliens are real and nobody cares. What's going on? Check these broadcasts. Maybe we were speaking Swahili, What the hell? And they waited for, I don't know how long, a few weeks, I think. And they thought, well, people must have misunderstood it. That's it. People misunderstood. They didn't really think we were talking about aliens. They thought we were talking about some other thing, you know. So they made the announcement again. Same reaction, which was no reaction. And then they made it again and again and again. They had been making it repeatedly since 2017. And I think they kind of gave up on it at some point. A year or 2 or 3 ago, I think they just gave up. They're just like, well, you know, we said it 824 times, and nobody gives a rat's ass. You know, society didn't collapse, and people aren't killing each other in the streets. Well, no, they are, but, you know, not for that reason. So I don't know what the hell, what should we do there, Bob? And Bob's like, fuck if I know. We told them they're real. You know, kiss my ass. I don't know what the hell we're supposed to do now. They don't care. And so they just pretty much shut up. And they formed that stupid little new committee thing, you know, to investigate UFOs. Well, fucking Jesus, that's investigating UFOs has been a huge portion of the black budget, you know, since they had a black budget. You know, that's just another Project Blue Book where they can take good reports and turn them into shit. You know, that's all it is. It's just a facade. It's just nothing. It's just nothing. I can't remember the name of the new group. Hold on. Let me go. I'm going to go look it up. Yeah, okay. They're calling it AARO. I don't remember what that stands for. I don't even care. It's just crap. It's you know, what they're going to do is they're going to go along and they're going to say, yeah, we got you know, so many new reports this month, and next month they're going to say, yeah, we got some more reports this month, and I don't know, we're looking at them really carefully, you know, send us some more money, because we need more money, and you know, we haven't reached any conclusions yet, you know, just keep sending the money, and you know, that one report where the ship came down in the middle of the big city. And 27 aliens jumped out, and all the security cameras caught it, and all the paparazzi caught it. All in all, there was, you know, 29,000 pictures of it from, you know, about 12,000 people, and then countless tens of thousands of witnesses, you know, who swore out statements. And, you know, we investigated that turkey. And, you know, we're not going to say stupid shit like they did in Project Blue Book. You know, we're not going to say that was swamp gas. We're going to say that was a high school play. That's what it was. Yeah, it was a high school play. It was, you know, it was a joke, like, you know, nothing to be alarmed. Yes, aliens are real, but that wasn't real aliens that time, you know. Shit. So that's how it's going to go forever and ever. You know, whatever. God. Okay. Here we got the first one. Location, Joinville, La Pont, France. Date is September 25th, 1954. Oh, okay, we're back in those days. 21:35. Time is 21:35. 9:35 at night. I like it when they're more or less precise. You know, when they say, "Well, I think it was June." No. Wait a minute. No. It was fall. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, I don't like those. Okay, walking along the banks of the river. I don't know how to pronounce anything French. Bonjour. You know, that's it. Marne. Marne. Space, capital M, capital P, no clue, it's a river, okay? Walking along the banks of a river. Oh, they got bad English there. They must have learned their English from the Brits. I'm going to read it verbatim. And walking along the banks of a river, quote unquote, and a friend see an object descend and land nearby without making any noise. I think they meant to put in a couple of names there. Like, okay, walking along the banks of the river, Bob and Alice and a friend, who knows? Some of the ufologists are really, really not serious about their work. I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe to meet girls and meet guys and hoping to be probed. I don't know why they're doing that job. I don't think any of it pays. It's just volunteer stuff. But really, if you're not going to do the fucking job, don't volunteer. Okay, 2 humanoids about 1.1 meters in height, somewhere around 4 feet, with their faces covered. Oh God, it must have been COVID. No, 1954. No. Maybe they're just really, 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 really ugly. Or maybe they're Muslim, or, we don't know. No, let's not judge them. Okay. 2 humanoids, 4 feet high, with their faces covered, with hair. Oh, what? I thought they were going to describe the hair. No, covered, comma, with hair, comma. Exit the machine. Well, they had hair. Okay. Well, you either do or you don't, I guess. It's a binary thing, 1 or 0, No degrees. A beam of light paralyzes both witnesses. Okay, now we know there's 2 witnesses. Oh, thank you. As one of the humanoids approaches MP. Well, MP is somebody's initial. I thought it was part of the name of the river, but they didn't punctuate it like that. They made it like MP was part of the name of the river. Oh, hell. Okay, God dang it. Okay. Some of these don't even have any punctuation at all. So when you hear me reading these and you think I'm reading at the 2nd grade level, well, maybe I am. But it's usually because there's no punctuation, or the punctuation is completely screwed up, or the spelling is screwed up, or they're using words that don't exist, or everything is misspelled, and you got to fumble through it and try to figure out what they're really trying to say. Geez, it's like taking a bowl of spaghetti and trying to make sense of it. And it doesn't have to be that way if these people would just write clearly, just write clearly. Okay. Okay, a beam of light paralyzes both witnesses as one of the humanoids approaches MP. Oh, hell. What's the name of this website? alienanalprobe.com, right? Okay, one of the humanoids approaches MP, comma, and tore off his trousers. I love it. Except, it's really entertaining, except that I don't think it happened, because there's 2 humans. You can't just walk up to somebody and tear their trousers off, unless they got like those trick trousers that the stripper guys wear, they got Velcro or something, and they just go whoosh, their pants are off, like that. And the ladies all squeal, oh, I wish my boyfriend would do that. Oh, God. Yeah, well, that's the boyfriend you deserve there, lady. You'll have a nice life with him. Yeah. No, I don't care. I just want to be probed. Okay, well, you have that too. We don't care. We don't hear about it. Shut the fuck up, lady. God damn it. Okay. Only one of them was able to tear off MP's pants. No, I'm not buying it. There would be kicking and screaming and biting and scratching, I think, unless the little 4-foot alien was really, really hot and MP wanted to be boinked, and then he's helping. But it doesn't say anything like that. I think it's just bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on this report. I'm throwing down the red flag. Bullshit. Okay, the 2 humanoids then, I guess that's it. They just tore off the pants. Maybe they laughed hysterically, an alien laugh, something like that. I just don't know. The 2 humanoids board their machine, which rises vertically and disappears at high speed. And that's it, the end. Okay. We wasted too much time on this crap. Okay, and at the end of each one, we're supposed to say, well, could it have any credibility? Possibly. Could this have really happened? No. No. It couldn't have. Okay. Next one. Location, Coventry, England. And if it's coming from England, that means we got to translate from the Swahili. Because that's the roots of the English people, and they kept that Swahili accent. It's really hard to get through sometimes, depending on the region of England. And fortunately, I studied Swahili a little bit, just a little bit in college, and I can usually straighten out that accent and tell you what they're trying to say. But, I wish they would have learned English from the Americans, because that's the baseline English. There's no accent there. All the words are correct. But they're still hanging on to this goddamn Swahili shit. After, I don't know, what's it been? Let's see. Man, 800 years. 600 to 800 years they've been hanging on to this shit. And they just keep speaking that Swahili crap. And nobody can seem to break them of it. But anyway, I'll get you through this. Okay. Coventry, England, date 1951, times afternoon. Kathy Connolly, oh God, and I read the next part, and I got the red flag out of my pocket. I want to be like a referee. If I wasn't so lazy, I would code in to this video. I would code in a referee's red flag, being thrown and floating down, landing on my head or something. Because I got it out of my pocket. My hand is twitching. It wants to throw the red flag. Okay. It says in parentheses, involved in other encounters. That gets me every time. I'm not going to say that's patently impossible. I'm just going to say it's so freaking unlikely that, that's one strike. If we're going 1, 2, 3 strikes, that's one strike for me. They're not 3 strikes and out quite yet. But that's one strike, because I don't believe hardly anybody has other encounters. That tells me that they have a really, really good imagination. Okay, that's what it tells me. Okay, so Kathy Connolly, involved in other encounters, had been thinking a lot about the strange persons she had encountered before, and one day God, arrived home to find she had a visitor. Oh, hell. Strike me down, please, so I don't have to read anymore. How long is this? Oh, no. No, it's a freaking book. Oh, my God. No, this might be the longest one in the entire database. I can't find the end. I'm scrolling. Oh, my hell. Okay. I'm not going to spend any serious time on this thing. Very often, the longer they are, the more bullshitty they are. So let's just read it. I'm just going to read it. No. I can't say I'm not going to comment, because that's kind of involuntary. That shit slips out of my mouth. It's like vomit. I can't always stop it. But I'll try. Okay. Fuck this. This is going to be. Well, I was gonna say it's gonna be crap, but don't judge a book by its cover. Maybe this is the one that's gonna prove. Oh wow, we got the monsoons going on again. The last tape I recorded out the window. I put the window as a backdrop and recorded the monsoons just shaking the world. It was pretty cool. A lot of lightning, and we got the same thing going on tonight. But you're probably tired of it from last night, so we're not going to do. Okay, so just what the hell is that? This is a crazy place. We're up on 26 in a little concrete bunker up here, and sometimes we can actually hear people talking in normal voices down on the street. It's a horn. hell is that? I never heard that one before. That's a new one. Okay, so anyway, just go along for the ride here and listen and see. And maybe, you can get some protein out of this thing. Yeah, really. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, here we go. She had been thinking about the strange persons she had encountered before, and one day arrived home to find she had a visitor. He explained that he was a messenger and said that he had asked to sign for the job. Huh? What? What job? He said that unless she really did want to meet the person she had met before in her factory in 1940, so she's been a loon for a long, long time, she was to refrain from thinking and intruding upon his thoughts. Okie dokie. She was completely bewildered and recalled thinking he must have been mad, as do we. That's what we think. As it was impossible for her to have done that. What the hell? Okay, this is just totally discombobulated report. I gotta stop for a minute and try to unravel this thing. Okay, there's a little bit of corruption in the database here because there's a tiny little bit of another report that got inserted into this. So we're just going to ignore that because it doesn't make any sense. It's only a sentence. She added that she had taken several she had been taken several times to the craft for little probing sessions. Yeah, they call that afternoon delight, don't they, there, sweetie? Oh, good. That was this. That was this. No, that's not sexist at all. Damn it, because that could apply to guys or girls or theys or thems or its or sheep or anything. Not sexist. It's crude. Probably stupid, but it ain't sexist. Okay, I told you I'd shut up, and I'm not. She added that she had been taken several times to the craft, which was usually situated. I can't help it, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't shut up. I cannot. When I see insanity, I have to call it out. I'm sorry. Okay, she thinks this guy that's talking to her is mad. Well, there's two of them. They should get along famously. Oh, suck. I'll try it again. I'm sorry. She added that she had been taken several times to the craft, which was usually situated upon some lonely grassland spot. Okay, that ain't no craft, lady. That's called a travel trailer. Jesus Christ. She got the impression that these people, aliens, I guess, had something for erasing the memory from the time of contact until you were on the craft. Yeah, it's a remote. It's a special button on the fucking remote. And they just, they dial in how much memory to erase, and they go, clickety, and it's just gone. And when they want it to come back, they go, clickety, and it comes back. And she is sure that it had something to do with the watch they wore on their wrists. Well, at least they have a wrist, instead of a tentacle. I guess you could wear a watch on a tentacle also, between the suckers. Who fucking knows? God damn it. I'm trying to cut down the swearing, but, it's like trying to cut down on cocaine. It's really, really hard. One time, she found herself in a spacecraft surrounded by men who were holding her down on a table. Yeah, well, big fucking surprise there, lady. What the hell did you expect? That's what they do. They just were out of duct tape. Gorilla Brand is the best. But they were out of it, so they had to hold her down. Oh, God. And they said, oh, God. One of them said, we're not going to hurt you. No, wait. No, he didn't say that. He said, one of them said, comma, we are not going to hurt your blank. What the hell? No, this is not possible. We're not going to hurt your what? Lit the bum? I guess. What else could they not say? We are not going to hurt your blank. Can we get a vowel? Must be talking about her knee, right? Her knee. We are not going to hurt your knee. Why don't you just say it? You can say vagina. You can say anus. They're in the dictionary, for Christ's sake. You can say that. It's legal, you know? You ain't going to prison for saying that. Well, I mean, I am because I say it too much, but you're not going to. Normal people aren't going to. Okay, I've been through this database 3 times. This is the 4th time. I don't remember hardly any of these because the 3 times that I went through this database, I didn't score them at all. I just went through them and sort of filed them away. And what I did was I remembered the ones that I thought were okay and good and possible and, plausible, maybe, like that. But the ones I thought were crap, they're gone. They're gone, like flush the toilet, gone. And I don't remember this one, so that's a bad thing for this one. We are not going to hurt your blank. Well, that sort of presumes that they heard it before, right? She's worried about it being hurt this time, whatever it is. I'm trying to decide. It can only be one of 2 things. It can be her little butt, or it can be her little pussy willow. That's all. That's all it can be. I mean, what? We're not going to hurt your kneecap. We're not going to hurt your ear. If they wouldn't put a blank if they were going to say that. Shit. Okay. Well, okay. Then they said, we only want to see if you are pregnant. I guess from the last time they hurt her something. Maybe they did the alienanalprobe.com and they don't really know what they're doing, so they got her again. Let's see if that got her pregnant. I know, guys, that's stupid. I do. I'm sorry. I used to know them. They're off my friends list. I unfriended them. That's all you could do. Oh, shit. I was hoping this was going to be a nice, serious evening. Nice episode, No tomfoolery. Hell. Okay, they want to see if she's pregnant. Okay. And the next paragraph, she said, what's that? We got to put that in there to see if you're pregnant. Oh, shit. We promise this time it won't hurt. We have some lube. What in the God hell is going on here? Next paragraph. He answered with a question. No, please, somebody kill me. Trying to compose myself here. Deep breaths. Count to 5,000. What the hell is going on? This is the craziest damn thing I ever frickin' read. We are not going to hurt your, whichever one. We only want to see if you're pregnant. She said, what's that? Apparently they got something, and the alien answered with a question. And he says, you don't know? Like, I guess she's supposed to. God dang it. We got a mascot now. I told you that Lucy is gone. Lucy was the administrator. She was kind of the mascot. The picture of her all through 214. before she went out the window from floor 26, you know. That was really sad. You know, you get over it. What the fuck? You know. Anyway, she's gone. She's thankfully gone. But we got a new mascot now, and he's more amenable. His name is, well, he's got 3 names. On his birth certificate, his name is Franklin. We call him Frankenberry. Or, you know, people don't like him, call him Frank. Anyway, there's a picture of him on this. Well, I started putting his picture on here a couple of episodes ago, 1 or 2 ago. He's a cat, you know. He's the one that keeps shitting in the sand bucket. He goes out the window pretty regularly too, but he's going to have comments from time to time. He's working on his English, and he's a little asshole, you know. But anyway, he'll comment from time to time. He's listening to this right now, and he's trying to think of stuff. So far, he hasn't got anything. He's just in shock, you know. Okay, God dang it, stop it. She said, "What's that?" He answered with a question you don't know. Okay, and here's where it really goes down Alice's rabbit hole. She then said, comma, "What the hell? My mother says that if you go out at this time at night, no, old Nick will get your blank." Again, the blank. One or the other, people. There's only 2 possibilities here. One or the other. P or V. Make a choice. Spin the wheel, Alex. Old Nick will get your blank. And then she says, "Why have you come for me? I have not hurt anyone." The hell's that having to do with anything? He then asked, the alien then asked, who old Nick was. And she replied that he was the devil. Pisad. I lived in Thailand way too long. The devil, even though Buddhism doesn't really have a devil per se, they sort of do. They call him Pisad. Pisad. So when I see little kids doing bad shit things in other countries, I say, "Oh, you little Pisad, you little Pisad." And the parents have no idea what that means. So, you know, they just smile. And then they go home and look it up. And, and then they want to take out a hit on. Okay. Old Nick is the devil. Okay, got it. She added that if he was not the devil, he could not be God because his skin. Oh, this is freaking crazy. I don't know if we're going to get through this because it's long. It's a long, long road. Okay. And I said I was just going to read it straight, but I can't. It's, geez. Okay. He then asked who was old Nick was, and she replied that he was the devil. Okay. She added that if he was not the devil, he could not be God because his skin. Then she stopped short and said that no one had told her the color of God's skin. Well, this is one intellectual conversation, isn't it? If you go into the loony bin and just sit down, don't talk to anybody, just listen. This is exactly what you'll hear. Exactly. The man had slits in the side of his mouth reaching almost to his ears. It's a fucking Joker. It's the Joker. She's talking to the Joker. Well, they're not going to make any sense. We know that. He's talking about the alien guy. The ears were long and animal-like, lying flat upon his head. Panther. His nostrils were long, straight holes. Well, if they're long, straight holes, oh, I see. Okay, they're like a slot. Like a slot. All the easier to dig out the snot. Could do it with the little spoon, you know. Crap. Oh, there's more. His nostrils were long, straight holes disappearing up into his face. His colored skin was unblemished. Most of the crew looked similar to humans, averaging 6 to 7 feet in height, with high foreheads and greased black hair cut just above the shoulders. This lady has got some good acid. Others in the craft were different. They had blue complexions. In fact, it was one of these men who talked to her. Okay, now I've said this 10,000 times. There's a guy. I thought he was Russian. He's not. He's Ukrainian. Well, he could still be Russian, but he was living in Ukraine. And for whatever reason, and I suspect I know why he did this, he got into the UFO storytelling thing, and his stories are everywhere now. And they are bizarre beyond my ability to describe. But I've never seen one this bizarre. And I don't know that he has written this. I don't know. His name is Anton Antfilov. This sounds like his style, only on steroids. It's like Anton took a whole bunch of crack and 8 hits of acid to come up with this turkey report. But I don't know if he did it. We'll see at the end if anybody put their name on this thing. But God dang it, we got to get going or we're never going to get through this, because this is as long as the Bible. In fact, it was one of these men who talked to her. Okay, with the blue complexion. Okay. Ms. Connolly, there's a reason for that, says she was told that the beings resembling us were prisoners. So the ones on the ship who looked human, they were prisoners on the ship. Poor dumb bastards. And that the others were free to come and go from the craft. Okay. To some, it might seem more likely that those beings who were different to humans were in fact prisoners of the craft, either because of responsibilities or because they could not exist long in our atmosphere. Oh, God almighty. The man, the interrogator, had a cat-like face. He didn't really sound all that cat-like a minute ago. He sounded like a ghoul. Okay, with no whites to his eyes, which were set to the side of his face. The men similar to him all wore either blue or brown one-piece overalls. Okay. She told the man that we had... What? Oh, she told the alien that we, Earthlings, had very good plastic surgeons and explained to him what they could do to change his face. Oh, yeah, I bet that impressed him. Gently, he replied, if I had everything changed, then I would be all right. What? I have never quit on a report yet. I've never just... I mean, I call bullshit on them once in a while, but we go ahead and finish them. But I don't know if I'm going to get through this shit. This is truly, I don't know. Okay. There's going to be a transcript of this on rss.com. If you go there, you'll get a transcript. You can click the transcript, so you can read this from beginning to end. I'm not making any sense of anything so far. The craft inside was about the size of 4 double bedrooms. Okay. It was well lit all through, but she could not tell where the light came from. Okay, that's commonly reported. The walls and everything, the furniture, the floor, the ceiling, everything, a lot of people will report that they give off, very faint luminescence, which adds up to make a really well-lit room. Okay, whatever. One side of the wall was filled with row upon row of meters. Oh, come on, lady. Come on. Now, we don't even use meters anymore. I don't think the aliens, 10 billion years in advance from us, I don't think they have, I'm picturing rows of electrical meters. No, No, I'm calling bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit has been officially called. Red flag is down. I mean, we're going to finish it, but we're just going to give it the middle claw all the way through. In the center was the table, which was made of some sort of fiberglass. Right. This slid into the floor. Okay, IKEA. I'm thinking IKEA. As she looked through a scanner, she could see that they were traveling, for she saw airplanes engaged in combat. Well, then, yes, that would mean you're traveling. Holy crapola. She could hear the crew of the aircraft speaking. Looking down to some water below, she could see ships and said that there were too many people in them. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what happened here. I know exactly what happened. Some lady, she OD'd on something. Probably a combination of shit. LSD and mescaline and, mushrooms and, peyote and psilocybin and, every psychedelic on Earth. She took like a handful. And then she smoked a bunch of crack, and then she's in the ER. That's what's going on. She's in the ER right now. She's strapped down to her bed. And somebody just put a tape recorder next to her bed on the little table thing, and then they transcribed it into this shit. That's all. That's what's going on. Okay. Oh, God Almighty. She looked down to the water, could see ships, and said that there were too many people in them. Okay. All this time, a voice kept saying above her head, this is your world. She kept denying it. Who cares, lady? She pointed to an aircraft and said that this was not her world. The voice repeated, this is your world. But she kept denying it again. Then one of the crew of one of the planes spotted them. I'm sorry, we're spiraling down in a fiery ball here. I just can't even. She kept denying it. Then one of the crew of one of the planes that's flying around out there outside spotted them. They shouted spasmodically, quote, they've got a captive. It's a woman. No, it's a child. Don't shoot. Don't fire. I am not hanging around to find out. I lived in Seattle for a while. Seattle is about like this now. You try to go to any restaurant, you try to sit at a bus stop, try to go down the waterfront. It doesn't matter where you go. You're going to be beset by people with stories just like this. Okay. I'm trying, people. I am. She was told that these people. Okay. She was told that these people were Christians in attitude, but were not ceremonious where they came from. They say we were still immature and had to grow up. They showed her a map of the solar system and a book in which there was writing very similar to Chinese or shorthand. Well, they're okay. I ain't going there. When she asked where they came from, they told her to look to the east to find their people. The book was fairly thick, with a dark embossed cover. Another feature in the craft was a black screen on which white lettering would appear and seemingly self-erase. She was told that some of the crew had signed on for this mission without knowing really what it entailed. I don't know what it entails. However, the leader of the craft was always told the purpose. Okay. He was responsible for the craft and never left it unless there was a replacement. Next time she was in their craft, they showed her a film of herself trying to walk across a road by some traffic lights. Oh, that's a pivotal moment in her life, right? Okay. If you do acid, if you do any psychedelic drug, don't listen to this anymore. Just save it. And then, next time you take a hit, play this through your headphones. And what do you think is going to happen? You ain't never coming back. You're going to spiral off into the cosmos of insanity. You ain't never coming back. So this will do it, you know. God bless it. Okay, they're showing her a film of herself trying to walk across the road by some traffic lights. She was always told to do this as it was the best place to cross. Several times Ms. Connolly was taken back in time and saw herself as a young girl. They were also interested in her hearing. She told them that when anyone spoke to her fast, the words got churned and muddled together. Well, that's kind of a common occurrence there. Again, they asked her if she was colorblind and said only I guess they mean they only wanted to help her, for it was the least they could do. She said, the man said, the alien said, you once helped me. Okay, so what? She told him that she didn't help him, but had only told him to go to a plastic surgeon. Oh, Jesus, God almighty. Okay, how much, really? How much more we got to go? My God. I don't think I can do this, people. Wait, there's the end. Yeah, that's not as long as I thought. It's too long, but okay, let's see. Can we do this? If I'd shut up, we'd be over already. It would be over. The pain would. Okay, we got. Okay. There's no point in even trying to diagnose this. You just stamp big red crazy and, pass along the file. She said she had done the best she could. Okay, God. It seems possible that the beings then operated upon Kathy's eyes, pluck those turkeys out. Maybe it'll make her shut the hell up. Oh man, we got sirens like you. Hold on. I mean, a quote unquote professional, would edit this out in post. I ain't gonna, because I'm a lazy bastard. Cranky too. Usually when I get the horrible ones like this, I get really cranky and angry. I start shouting and swearing and, putting my fist through the screen, stuff like that. This one is so far gone. I'm not even angry. I'm just, it's so far beyond angry. There's no point in being angry. You're going to go into the insane asylum and listen to the conversations in there and get angry? No, of course not. They're crazy. They're just crazy. Usually when I go to like McDonald's, the grocery store, that's the same conclusion I come to. They're just crazy. Don't be angry. What's the point? Just crazy. He said she had done the best she could. It seems okay. Then they plucked out her eyes or some fucking thing. Did something to her eyes and cured her apparent inability to distinguish colors. Okay. Yeah. They put her under sedation, and when she came around, she remembered saying that she could not hear anyone touching her eyes. Why is this even in my database? Who in God's name put this in there? If it was Lucy, then I'm glad I pushed her out the frickin' window. If it was that goddamn cat, he's going. He's going out the window. With a rock tied to his head. Okay. When she came around after they plucked out her eyes, she remembered saying that she could not hear anyone touching her eyes. Oh, Then she said to the man, "Your skin must be a green color. I can see it very clearly on your ears." One of the messages Ms. Connolly received from the alien was that before people could live together in harmony, there would be trouble among the races. Well, then she got that right, didn't she? I don't know what's going on out there. I think at this point I better go look. Maybe my building's on fire. Well, and now they're gone, and I saw diddly. Okay, there's no flames lapping at my window. I would see the orange glow through the curtains, wouldn't I? Yeah, sure I would. Okay. She was told that it could be so bad that people of all races would be ashamed afterwards to mention it. No, I think I'm not. No, I think be a lot of novels written about that. Okay, another time she was in the craft. Oh, she went there quite often for the probings. Therapeutic, you know. She just wanted to help them with their research. And they were happy to oblige. Maybe she's hot, you know. Girls who are hot can get away with being crazy to a very large degree. I've seen it. Another time she was in the craft, the spaceman said there was a bus coming along the road and they wanted her to get on if she could. So what the hell? She's in the craft. What, it's like landed on the side of the road or something? And the alien said, "Hey, look, a bus. Maybe it'll stop here. Get on there. Get on that bus, because we're kind of a little bit wary of you, lady. Get out. God, no. You know, don't call us. We'll call you. When we want a little probing, we'll give you a call. Don't worry. Might not be for a while. Next time we're going to duct tape your mouth, lady." God. She said that if there was an empty seat, she would get on. Oh, they repeated, "Get on." What did I just say? They hate her guts. Oh, shit. It seems that the craft then landed. So Kathy disembarked and attempted to board the bus. So, okay, so the craft is flying, floating, and they see the bus coming. And before it gets there, they land, and then she runs out and flags it down. That's what I'm getting. It is possible that all this took place in her mind due to a type of imaging telepathic process induced by the UFO occupants. No goddamn shit, lady. It took place in your mind, but the aliens didn't project it. Your insanity projected it. Man, it certainly would explain the impracticability. What? Impracticability. Oh, fuck. The stupidness of the episode, and would serve as an ideal process by which the alien power could teach their lessons. Oh, God. When the bus stopped and she tried to get on, there was confusion. The people on the bus said that she could not get in. It was not allowed. Because you're crazy, lady. That's why they're freaking crazy. They all had dark skins. Okay, well, if they're black people, then they have incredibly good taste. Keep that lady off that bus. After seeing an empty seat, she forced her way on. They said, the headache is, pretty pronounced now. And we're almost at an hour, and they said, "Haven't you brought Fritz with you?" She thought they meant a dog. So she said she had no dog and made her way to the empty seat. Oh, God. A young, well-built man was sitting next to it, and he opened his knees, manspreading, to make it difficult for her to sit down. Okay, I'm thinking she really did get on a bus somewhere. And she's crazy, and they tried to keep her off. She got on there anyway, and she's going to go sit by this guy, and he's saying, nope, nope, ain't going to happen, lady. Look at this. I can take 3 seats. Look at this. Okay. A young, well-built man was sitting next to the empty seat, and he opened his knees to make it difficult for her to sit down. Okay, good man. She forced herself onto the corner of the seat. The driver then asked her for her fare, and she got some money out, but he said it was no good. Well, it wasn't money, it was buttons off her shirt. He asked her where she came from, and she told him she came from Coventry. He then told her she would have to get the money changed, but she said she would not be there long enough. Jesus. Okay. I'm really curious what's at the bottom of this, who wrote this, or who allowed it into their database. She asked him the name of the place, and he said Rhodesia. What the hell? She's in Rhodesia now? On the bus in Rhodesia. As the bus started, she swore because she was so uncomfortable on the corner of the seat. At this, a young lady sitting nearby with a small child on her knee covered its ears and said, "You swore, bitch." And the crazy lady said, "Yes, I did, cow. Fuck you and your little fucking baby too. I hate him." That's what she said. She retorted that swearing would not do lasting harm, but segregation would. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. That's been my motto, Swearing does not do lasting harm. It might be beneficial in some way that I haven't, imagined yet. Gotta get the sirens again. Jeez. The man next to her closed his knees. Okay, then one of the passengers asked her where she had come from before she had got on the bus. She said she had come in a flying saucer. Then they know what they're dealing with. When she said that, the people on the flying saucer had told her to get on the bus. It stopped, and the people told her she was upsetting the driver and had to shut the fuck up. It's got to be San Francisco. It's got to be San Francisco. This is every bus stop. This is what you got. They asked her where she wanted to get off, and she said she didn't know, but her space friends would meet her. Yeah. How many bus rides have each and every one of you had just like this in a city? Every single one of you out there listening to this shit. Yesterday, last week, last month, this was your ride. Okay? God. Space friends are going to meet her. Okay, they all went quiet as the bus started up once more. As soon afterwards, it was flagged down by the tall spaceman. Oh, well, then what do the people on the bus think about that? Because they thought she was crazy. Now they're going to see she really does have a goddamn spaceman. The driver and the others stretched out their hands in a friendly gesture to help the woman off the bus. Yeah, I bet they did. I bet they kicked her in the fucking back. The spaceman grinned and asked if she had behaved herself. Because he knows she's crazy. The driver said that she had been all right and wished that all white people were like her. Oh, God. Yeah, sure. Well, they are. That's the problem. All white people are like her. They are. I'm sorry. I won't live around them. I are one. But I can't stand them. I'm sorry, not anymore. I liked them, when I was little. I did. I grew up in a wonderful community, great people. And then I don't know what happened. I think they all died or something. Okay, another time. Oh, Where's that end? Another time she was on their craft, they took her to Florida, and they had been talking about rhesus babies, etc. And one of the men said, these people know more about genetics than we do. Well, no kidding. There was also some talk about having an exchange of ideas with us. Yeah, that's it. Okay. You go out in the woods and you find an ant hill, and you sit there on a log and you say, hey man, hey guys, how you doing? Let's exchange ideas. And they're down there working. And one of them looks up and he said, oh, son of a bitch. Look, Bob, look. There's one of the bastards right now. You didn't think they existed, did you? Look, he's right there. And Fred looks and he says, no, man, that's a cloud. That's a big old cumulus cloud. You know, you look at them long enough, you can see anything you want. Ain't no humans there. They don't exist. Shut up. Okay, on this occasion also she saw herself in the past. She was kneeling at the altar in a little wooden Salvation Army church. Okay, the captain was with her, the alien, I guess. She saw herself being daubed with water by him. At this, the spaceman asked her what they were doing. What? Who's who? I don't care. I'm not going to go back and look. She said that the captain was reading out what she was. Oh, I'm sorry. She said that the captain was reading out what she was then promising to undertake. Oh, that's clear. Then the spaceman asked her if she always kept a promise. I promised to be crazy. I can always keep that promise. Even the lobotomy can't fix this shit. She said that she never made promises impossible to keep, and she never broke a promise. Then the voice above her said, she got a lot of voices, you're back in square one, Kathy. Because, and then she interrupted and she replied, if I am back in square one, because what square are all the murderers, liars, and thieves in? Oh man, her logic is impeccable. The voice replied, they are not in any square at all. It's up to you to get them up in the running. Hoy. She then saw herself kneeling at the altar once more, and the voice above her said, you promised allegiance to God. Do you know what allegiance to God means? She said, yes. Allegiance to God means allegiance to all people of all religions and creeds. Then she said that God knows she would never break a promise and that he would help her to keep it. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I love you. I love you, Jesus. Thank you. It's the fucking end. Is it? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Great Pumpkin. Thank you, Frankenberry. Thank you, Buddha. Oh, God. Okay. The source is not who I thought it was. I thought this might have been Anton Anfilov. This is too crazy even for that asshole. The source is Norman Oliver. I don't know. I don't even want to know. Comments says it's a confused narrative. Oh my God, did you think so? Really? No, I would have to disagree. But it's apparently excused because it was in the early years of ufology. No. This doesn't get excused if it was 3,000 years before Christ. Perhaps some of the abduction experiences were not so easily interpreted. Yeah, no shit. And only pieces of modern day narratives emerged. Oh, son of a bitch. That's the worst one I've ever come across. that I can remember. If there was one this bad, I don't know why I don't remember this one. Well, I know I blocked it. I blocked this son of a bitch. Because if you don't, you'll go crazy too. Okay, okay, that's out of my database. That was a delete key. That son of a bitch is gone, and I'm going to save it really quickly in case it tries to come back. You know. Oh my god. Oh shit, monsoon again. Oh wow, that hit something. That hit something. Probably the next building. Holy crap! I love this time of year. This time of year is 8 months. I love it. In the South Pacific, it's really good for canoeing, but whatever. Okay, I'm done. I ain't doing no more. I mean, I'm tempted to try to find one that makes sense, just to get the stink of this thing off of there. Wait a minute, what is this? No. What is this? I'm scared. Now I'm frightened. Wait. Oh no. Here's the next one is really, 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 really long. No, it's not by the same guy. I don't know. Well, who knows? I can't do it tonight. No, I'm done. Holy crap. I'm going to close the file so I don't accidentally see some shit that I'm not old enough to see. Okay, clearly that was just some ramblings from some crazy person, but why would you formally write those up and submit it as some kind of alien report? Why would you do that? You'd have to be just as crazy as that woman. Okay, well, this is the crap you get, when you go researching. And also, incidentally, people always ask everybody. They go online, they go everywhere, and they say, aliens couldn't possibly exist because if they did, why don't they just land? Okay, Exhibit A, I rest my case. Thank you very much, and good evening, and sorry, don't have words. I try to think of something to console you. Well, I can't. Good night.